Rich is first. Hello, how are you? J.R. Phillips, hello. I'm actually going to be moving to my living room shortly, but I just got home. I'm going to do a trivia question. I literally just got home a few minutes ago, like maybe 10 minutes ago, so I have to start in my kitchen. Because there's some stuff I want to eat, and yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna be 15 or 20 minutes late to my live stream because of a meal, so I'm just gonna eat on here. Back in the kitchen, yes, I will not be here for long. Brandon Preacher Green, hello. I am just having girl dinner tonight. I'm having some Catalina Crunch, which is like my all-time favorite cereal. And then I'm making some decaf coffee as well. And I also want to make some popcorn, because why not? Harley Davidson, yes, I know, I love this shirt so much. It's like my fave. Oh, all right. Girl dinner, here we come. And coffee. All right, so I just heated up some coffee, or water, not coffee. And then I'm gonna be using some of this delicious Cafe Bustelo. Michael Schultz, hello, what's on your spooky candle? So this was a gift from my sister. It says, I'm here for the books. And I'm gonna be lighting this up in just a bit, but I'm making some decaf espresso, Cafe Bustelo. And then there's like several things I want to make, and then I'm gonna move back to my sofa like I've been doing lately. And I think I'm gonna continue watching the Ed Gein documentary, because it's spooky. Brandon Preacher Green, it sounds like coffee is your favorite beverage after water. Water is my favorite beverage, and then coffee is my second favorite. All right, okay. I'm gonna stir this up. So this is the way I make my decaf espresso. I just heat up water in this little water cup. And then I put in the powdered espresso. I've got Cornelius right here, so I'm just gonna stir this in. Use this spoon for the cereal. And then just pour this into Cornelius. Hi, Adi Jr., Dustin Ducker, North Carolina. I am doing well, thank you so much. I'm a little bit helter-skelter at the moment because I just walked in the door a little bit ago because I was out somewhere. I'll quiz you guys in a moment on where I was. All right, and then last part, I just like to put in some Almond Breeze almond milk. So I'm at the bottom of this carton. And then I've got a second one here because I knew I was running low. Kaylin Crew. See, this is the struggle of like doing the kitchen live streams I just have a harder time keeping up with you guys. Someone is saying, I love your videos. I'm a type 1 diabetic though, so I need to go get a snack and change my pot, so I gotta go. I'll come back. Oh my gosh, the Johnson. I wish you were still here because literally the cereal that I love eating, it's called Catalina Crunch. It was made by a diabetic who wanted to enjoy something sweet tasting like the traditional cereals, but obviously could not be eating that much sugar because of diabetes. So I love Catalina Crunch because it's sweetened with monk fruit and stevia, and it's not loaded up with tons of processed sugar like all of the traditional mainstream cereals are. And the fact that it's made by a diabetic who wanted to enjoy something that reminded them of traditional cereal speaks volumes. So yes, highly recommend Catalina Crunch if you're looking for something tasty. but it's not gonna just completely spike your blood sugar. All right, I see coffee is here. Jonah Cross is in Georgia. Snooty X, Mr. Cornelius, always smiling. I know. Someone once said that Cornelius's smile reminds them of like when a kid is not wanting to make eye contact with an adult. And I thought that was funny and accurate. Harry Potter nerd, hello. I'm just having girl dinner. I'm having some breakfast, coffee and cereal. Okay. The Johnson, yes. Oh my God, amazing. So you know what Catalina Crunch is. I'm so happy. Yes, I mean, I don't have diabetes, but similar to diabetics, like I really try to, like, I don't have to, like, not for any medical reason, but like I really try to watch my sugar intake. I love desserts and I love making sweet treats now and then, but man, I really try to, like, you know, keep an eye on my sugar intake. Yes, Rich, thank you for the Catalina emojis. I'm doing good, coffee. How about you? Hi, Positive Troll, Ivica Stanikovsky from Macedonia, Abba, Cosborn. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, there's lots of comments I'm seeing. Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna have my bowl of cereal. The Johnson, I'm absolutely obsessed with Catalina Crunch. I'll show you all of my bags. So I have 2 more down in my little cupboard, but I currently have 3 types of Catalina Crunch. I had this one for breakfast this morning. This one is my favorite, Catalina Crunch, peanut butter and chocolate. This one has real dried blueberries in it. Catalina Crunch, blueberry muffin. And then this one over here I've been eating a lot of with, I sprinkle in some pumpkin spice because it goes well with the cinnamon flavor. But yeah, Catalina Crunch, it's so good. I mean, I will eat this forever. That's the plan. All right. Marty, no, it's evening where I'm at. It's a little bit after 8 p.m. Michael Schultz says, yep, have to stay away from the Kit Kats. Oh, you guys. I've said this before, but I feel like I have such a pull toward sweet things. Naturally, I just love sugar. I love baked goods. And it's fine to have it once in a while, but man, I'm the kind of person where if calories didn't mean anything, if added sugar didn't mean anything, if glucose spikes didn't mean anything in the world and you could just eat whatever you wanted and be fine, I'm the kind of person who could wipe out an entire package of Oreo cookies. Like, no problem. It's just like one after the other, after the other, after the other. They're so tasty. They're so amazing. They go down so easy. And I'm like, but I won't do that because everyone knows, like, hyper processed, loaded with sugar, not good to eat sugar in that large of quantities. But man, I'm telling you, sugar is powerful. Randy, I will be watching football momentarily. I just rolled in the door a few minutes ago, so I just figured I would turn on my live stream in my kitchen and then migrate over to my couch where I've got my setup going. Yeah, and see, I love Harley Davidson. I got this at the Minnesota State Fair this summer. Danielle is here. Someone said Oreo Monster. Pezzono Vante 916 is Oreo Monster instead of Cookie Monster. Yes, I am the Oreo Monster. I mean, I could be. I try not to be, though. Jamie says sugar. Oh, tough to avoid. The thing is, if you cook a lot of your meals for yourself, it gives the power back to you to control how much sugar is going into your food. Whereas it's tough to know. I mean, I think some restaurants will show exactly what the breakdown is in their dishes, but I mean, a lot of places you're not going to know the exact amount of sugar that they've put in the sauce, that's in the bread, that's in the whatever else could be in your dish. So I think that sugar can be hard to avoid if you're buying food like at a takeout spot or in a restaurant where you're not getting a nutrition label, versus if you're buying all your ingredients and cooking for yourself, you can check. And I try to buy products where there is like 0 grams of sugar. So like, for example, my almond milk here, I read every nutrition label of the stuff that I buy, and I go down to this total carbohydrates section. And so it says 1 gram of carbs, and then I always look at total sugars, and not always, but I aim for 0 or maybe like 1. Because it's like, unless I'm eating a sweet treat where it's a brownie, it's a cookie, it's a slice of cake, it's pie, where it's like, well, yeah, clearly there's gonna be sugar in this thing. I do not want there to be added sugar in my everyday meals, because to me, I'm like, it doesn't need to be there. It can taste delicious all on its own, like without tons of sugar put into it. Eric Johnson says hello. Jamie, Danielle, I think I said hi to you. Randy Michael, 2 Monday Night Football games. I know. I'll get around to it. I'm running. It's been a busy day. Cosborn, I was not riding my Harley, but I will do a trivia question in a second about like what I was up to literally right before this, right before I walked in the door. Hello, R. Egg Shen, I hate sugar, but I love it so much. I would say I hate the many negative effects that sugar consumption has on the body, but I love the way it tastes. So it is just like a tug of war, because you're like, I want to enjoy delicious things every now and then. I'm okay with like a little bit every now and then, but yeah, no, when you read through the studies that have been done on long-term sugar consumption on the human body, it's a disaster. It's so bad. So bad. Oh, someone gave a happy poop, and I'm trying to keep track of who gives me gifts. Shakes, hello. Moises, bite the dust. Oh my God, I'm struggling. I'm so sorry. Nitin Singh says, what do you do apart from YouTube? I'm a data analyst for my 9 to 5. Hi, Lisa. The real Sam I am. Tavares. Is butter a carb? I remember that line. So butter, that line is from Mean Girls, and no, butter is not a carb. Butter is straight fat. There might be like a little bit of carbs. Let's actually check this. So let's see. So I have plant-based butter. So this is non-dairy butter that's made with avocado oil. So this is, I mean, it looks like a regular stick of butter, except it's just made with non-dairy fat. And if you look at the nutrition label, yeah, it's 100% fat with a little bit of sodium. So like on here, it says total fat, 11 grams, and then it breaks down all the fats. And then you jump over here to your carbs and your protein, 0, 0. So this is all fat, ladies and gentlemen. Is butter a carb? And then Lindsay Lohan's character is like, yes. Oh, no carbs, at least not in this butter. All right. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not able to read all your comments. This is so sad. Miss One, the Lions lost. I know, I was so bummed for them. I wanted them to beat the Chiefs last night. I think you meant to say my fiance is the maestro of monk fruit desserts. Says Cosborn. Reaper, it was you who gave the gift. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Shoppa FX says, after eating sugar, I feel some kind of crash after about 1 hour. Yeah, I've noticed this with myself too. If I can aim more toward like proteins and leafy greens and produce and avoid like super refined carbs and sugar, I really don't have as big of a crash mid-afternoon. You're welcome, Junior. Snokomo says I like donuts. Captain Crunch likes granola with bananas. Yum. Jamie says, I have some iced vanilla zingers. Ooh, what are those? Reaper, I'm doing well. That dude, hello. We got Evil Toad. Hello. Hi, Robbie, Captain Crunch. I'm never giving up apple pies. Fair enough. Those are so delicious. Shoppa FX is asking, what tools do you use as a data analyst? I use R. Tommy. Michael Schultz says, I've known a diabetic who uses Splenda a lot. Okay. Butter for a low carb diet. We got one up top. Thank you so much. You're a vibe. Welcome to the live stream. Cosworn says, is Hannah a carb? I'm part carb, yes. Humans have carbohydrates in the body, yes. All right, so my coffee is done. I'm gonna light this candle. Ooh. I feel like just like a hurricane coming in here trying to figure out what all to do. So I just trimmed the wick a little bit because otherwise if I don't do that it gets really smoky and I don't want to set off my fire alarm. All right. Yes, Chiefs won. Lisa with the member emojis. All right, so candle is done, and then what else? I wanted to eat some tofu. Let's heat up some tofu. It's girl dinner, guys. And I think I've heard the term girl dinner used 1,000 times. I think it's basically just like going to your fridge and eating a bunch of different things and calling it dinner. Reaper, Lil Villa, El Shalom, Moltotube. Oh, Moltotube, you're asking the right question. Did you get a chance to finish the Ed Gein show? I've been just like busy today and I just got back a few minutes ago from somewhere, so I'm running behind, but I'm gonna relocate to my sofa and continue watching the Ed Gein docuseries. All right, tofu, and then, oh my God, I got some soup from earlier. It's like one of those Mondays. Where it's like, we're just gonna get creative here. Yeah, I have like a half-eaten soup from lunch. It's a lentil soup. Oh, cool. Robbie says bon appetit with a Azerbaijani flag. I've lived in Azerbaijan. Michael Martinez says I'm a diabetic. Pezzo Novante, you are one of the most natural looking persons I've ever seen. Thank you so much. Honestly, guys, oh, easy to say now because I'm on the younger side of life, but I see these celebrities where the years go by and their face you can tell that they've gotten work done and something just doesn't quite look right. And I know it gets tougher as you get older, especially I think there's way more pressure on females, but I'm like, I don't ever want to get to the point where I'm getting stuff done and my face is starting to look like really odd. I want to have a natural look at all times. That's what I'm saying. Michael Schultz says use Splenda. I never liked the flavor of Splenda. It tasted too much like chemicals to me. The real Sam I am. I'm in the United States. I'm American. Reaper, Jorge Ruiz. Vikings suck. You're not the first to say so. Bear in a foxhole. I should go live while I eat dinner, but I'm not this awesome. Don't say that. I mean, there are people, believe it or not, like there are people who will watch people eat dinner. I mean, you don't have to be amazing. You can just, I think people on YouTube and any like video platform, just people like seeing what other people are up to. People like seeing what other people eat, how they speak, what their home looks like, what their hobbies are. I think it's just there's always an audience is what I've learned. Like there's so many people. I don't even know the number now. I would guess over 1 billion people watch YouTube at this point, because the world population is 8 billion. So I would guess like 1/8 of the world population watches YouTube. That seems reasonable to me. And I think if you're gonna say, okay, there's 1 billion people who watch YouTube regularly, like that's a lot of people, and they're gonna want to watch a bunch of different things. Gerardo Quintero, Anthony Thompson, Charisse Brewster. Baron of Foxhole says that's a pro move, kids. Rich with all the member emojis. Thank you. Hi, Coast Cider. I am rolling in here. I was out earlier tonight. I will have a trivia question on it shortly. I can't plug in trivia questions on my phone though, because it pops up in the middle of the screen and blocks me. I have to do it from my laptop, which is over on my sofa. So I'm rolling in here and eating a random dinner. I just had some breakfast cereal. No, I'm eating lentil soup. I made some decaf coffee. I've got tofu in my microwave. I want to make popcorn too, because I want to watch the Ed Gein Netflix series. Let's see. Reaper says it also keeps the white paint clean when cutting the wick. Always let it burn to the top completely before blowing it out so it doesn't funnel. Interesting. Hello, Pascal. How are you? Charisse Brewster. NC says hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you so much. Shapa FX says, how long did it take for you to master R? I wouldn't say I'm a master at R, but I took several classes in graduate school, and I've been working at my job for 2.5, 3 years now. So, I mean, I've had a bunch of years of just using R. Multotube, I think I'm on like episode 3 of the Ed Gein series. Maybe 4. It's either 3 or 4, I'd say. Mildly attractive, snake bit. Hello. Yep, just another manic Monday. That is the soundtrack of today. I mean, I had a pretty chill day at work, but I think it was after work I had to get out and do some stuff. Michael King, Justin England. I am 32 years old. Reaper with the Dexter emoji. Joe Jackson, aged naturally. Yes. Big Haas did an inside detail today. Messy carpenter contractor work truck. Wow. Your work sounds so fun, Big Haas. Cool guy. I don't know if that's even like a movie or a show. I've never heard of it before. Culture Cuts, Teddy Tilahun, K Max. Robbie24 says laughing suits you so well. Mugabo, I'm doing good. Let's see. Oh, I remember you. Yeah, is it Jeke from Fiji? Mugabo, upcoming. Tulsa King, I've heard of. Yes, multitasking. I try not to do multitasking though, because it's better to focus on one thing. Jeke, thank you for the sub. Cosborn, since you stick to a vegan diet, what are your favorite meals? Tofu scramble, quinoa, chipotle sofritas bowl with brown rice and black beans, Ethiopian food, any of the vegetarian/vegan dishes, all of the Indian vegan/vegetarian dishes. I mean, any of the ethnic cuisines are a home run for vegans. Chinese food, kung pao tofu, spring rolls, Thai curry. I mean, don't believe the misinformation out there about the vegan diet. It is not expensive, and you can eat like a king if you know where to look. There are many, many options for vegans. Junior Caraway, I do not eat steak or eggs. David DeFress, hello, upcoming. Kayla Bailey, Driss Green. This is such a struggle. Ooh, thank you, Sharice Brewster. Richard Highsmith. Rare Breed, I'm a data analyst for my 9 to 5. Daniel Berry Short Sports. AJ Singh is back. Welcome back. Cherie says, I like your new look. I haven't changed much about my look. I'm just wearing a different shirt and I've got my sunglasses on. Thank you, Cherise. Lazy Husband, I did not watch Saved by the Bell. I know of it, but I never watched it. Justin Alvarez, I'm doing good. JT Lipe, Credo of Experts. Carolini, El Telton from Mexico. Drunken Chef Barbecue, thank you so much for the like. All right, I'm almost caught up on the comments, guys. Yes, NC Pad Thai is such a crowd fave. OMG. Let's see. JT, I'm vegan, so I don't eat steak or eggs. Cosborn. Tofu is a staple in Asian cuisines. I believe the Chinese originated tofu, and it's also used in Thai cuisines and Japanese cuisine. So tofu is a bean curd. So think of it like, instead of it being a cheese curd based from dairy, it's made from soybeans that are curdled and then pressed into a block. Great source of protein. Beaver sticks, raw veggies, and French dressing is my simple snack of choice. That is like probably the healthiest snack out there. I can't think of something that would beat that. Robbie Original, you have a loving and respectful character. You are an animal lover. Yes, correct. Yes, both of those statements I would say are true. El Telton, I'm eating a bunch of things for dinner. I was just eating cereal. I'm eating lentil soup. This is a little rushed. Yes, El Telton, I love Korean food. My favorite Korean dish is bibimbap. AJ, hello. All right, so lentil soup, check. Next up, we got tofu. And then I'm gonna make some popcorn and move to my sofa. But I figured there's just a bunch of like half-eaten things I've got in my fridge and I don't want them to, get any older. So I figured I would just wipe them out. That's the kind of Monday. Let's see. El Tilton says, how do I become a data analyst? I got a degree with some coding, so I think you can go the academic route, go on to just Google some courses and get some certificates. I think Google offers a certificate in data science or different platforms, I don't know. So I would say either go to university and get a degree or go online and get a certificate on Coursera or LinkedIn Learning or ones that are offered by Microsoft and Google. All right, David had pizza for dinner. What kind of pizza did you have? Thank you, El Telton. Mike, is it Mikanok or Mike Knock Peralt? Hello, Beaver Sticks. I hope Hermantown by Duluth says no to the data center plan. We can't do this power grid takeover. Mendota Heights, Becker, everywhere. Interesting. Ooh. Beaver Sticks, thank you for putting that on my radar. I don't know what the status is with the Duluth data center. Jekke says, I'm a pastry chef. Nice. Was your mother an atomic engineer? No. David, how can I get my own place someday in the future? I mean, you got it. I would say the advice that I have consumed from people who have a lot of property and very high net worth is well, it's tough. I'm not going to pretend like the current economy is rough for buying property. But I would say the playbook is in the most basic terms is like, you have to have a full-time job, save as much as you possibly can, cut as much of your spending. If property is your goal, you have to make sacrifices. Save as much of your income as you can. Get a second job or some kind of side hustle where you're making extra money. And any money that you save, I mean, have a savings account, a rainy day fund for emergencies, but beyond an emergency account and some savings, like what I personally do is I just throw money into investments. So I've got a retirement account, I have stocks, I have, what are they called? ETFs, mutual funds. But it's like I invest heavily. I would say just because property is so expensive, speaking as someone in the United States, like you gotta manage your money well. Don't spend all your money if you can. I know some people, it's pretty tight, but just save your income, save as much of it as you can. And with your savings, build a little nest egg for a rainy day and then invest as much as you can. I think and then get a second job. Some people work 3, it's rough. But yeah, things ain't cheap these days. Let's see. BlackRock just bought Minnesota Power up there. No way. I did not know that. Thank you so much for the update, Beaver Sticks. Remind me, where are you located, Beaver Sticks? Are you in the Twin Cities area? All right, let's see. Yabba Dabba Doo is here. Hello. Chip Rodhead. So Red has been retired. So Red has been retired. I don't know what So Red is. David, Little Caesars, El Telton, you're welcome. What does tofu taste like? It doesn't really have much of a taste, and that is actually a great thing because it takes on the flavor of what you season it with. So, for example, this tofu I've seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic powder, paprika, curry, and turmeric. So it tastes like all of those seasonings. But I've also used tofu in desserts. I've made chocolate pie with it. I've made brownies with it. I've made Mexican hot chocolate. So it has a neutral flavor, and you get to decide what the flavor is going to be based on what other ingredients you put in with it. Kenmore Whitaker, hello. Oh my gosh, Lisa says, I love this live. I feel like I'm so disorganized on this live. Thank you. Hi, Antonio Salazar. I'm doing good. Solid Monday. A little helter-skelter. I was out earlier this evening and walked in the door at 7:50. And I was like, all right, I have 10 minutes until I'm supposed to go live. I guess I'm just gonna set up my phone stand and start the live stream from my kitchen because I needed to eat something when I got home. And I just didn't have I didn't want to be super late to this live. Cosborn says, meet a rich spouse. I would never marry for net worth, ever. Sean Smith, I don't have kids. Beaver Sticks, I think we can We plan to wipe our 35 trillion debt by switching to stable coins. Ailey Duff is here. David, thank you so much. Tell me that I have to do now. I have to take a nap. Okay, you grew up in the cities. Now I'm up in Breezy Point, north of Brainerd. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Beaver6. Breezy Point. Noel, Portillo, Jujube, NC BlackRock also buys, yes, NC. This is a huge thing that I think about a lot, is the fact that BlackRock is buying up residential homes. And it's like, we have a housing crisis in this country. Like, I would say like when I look at my friends, it's like most are renters. Cause like I'm a younger millennial, and then forget about Gen Z. Like it's just, it is way harder for millennials and Gen Zs to buy property compared to boomers and Gen X. And it's a bummer that it's like worrisome that these massive like international conglomerate style whatever companies are buying up housing. It's concerning. Yes, Chip Broadhead, I do have new earrings. Jackie, I would say life in the USA, it's hard. I mean, the thing is, it's like, I'm not going to say it's easy. You can't just sit around and live your life unless you're like mega wealthy. So it's like, you know, you have to work to eat. You have to work to live and pay for your mortgage or your rent. But honestly, like, I don't think there's a place in the world where life is just completely easy. I would say living in a Western country, like, yeah, you gotta work, but like quality of life is really high. But when you look at life in developing countries, like life is not easy there. Not at all. So, I mean, I don't think living in the US is the easiest, but I think it is way easier than some countries. Because some countries, I mean, you gotta work like 7 days a week. You gotta, I mean, there's just not really good rule of law. There's no elections. There's no democracy. It's like, pick your poison. Things are gonna be tough everywhere. There's things that the US could do better. But yeah, I'm like okay with life in the US. There's things I would change to make life a bit kinder for people. But we have it pretty dang good. I will say that. When you look at all countries across the globe, yeah, life is pretty good here. Okay, Ceci, Jackie, BD Bob, hello. Jujube says, I might be the only one, but I like drinking the, excuse me. I like drinking the tofu water from the pack. Ooh, I think that's very healthy, but I don't know if that would be for me. Easy, I'm 5'4". Ceci, green tea, I tear the green tea into my cup. Omar Maxwell. Hi, Rithu Vicky, BD Bob. You can save up to 15% switching to Geico. Rare breed. I personally don't want to eat animals. Omar Maxwell, BD Bob. I was eating tofu. All right. Hog. Oh, yeah. My Atlanta Falcons are playing. Oh, gosh. Japan is an intense work lifestyle. Yeah, if we're talking intense work styles, like lifestyles, we should talk about China. They have something called the, I always get the number wrong. I believe it's 669. It's, yeah, in China, this is for like tech workers, but I have a feeling it's true in other sectors of their economy. But it's called the 996, where you work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. It's like the hustle is, I mean, the grind is next level in some of these countries. And I know this is true for some, I've like known of workers in India where they are just working round the clock, and because it's like they know that's what it takes to get ahead, because it is such a like work society, which I don't think is a problem. Yeah, but there are some real intense work lifestyles. Michi, hello. J.R. Phillips, Thanksgiving in Canada. Oh, that's right. Happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadians here. Yes, you guys should share your Thanksgiving celebrations with all of us. All right, I'm gonna make some popcorn because that sounded good. Nothing like some tasty popcorn to go with an Ed Gein docuseries, right? Terps, thank you. Hog, now you're not looking at football tonight. I will be looking at football, but I am rolling in here from a visit I had to do, well, that I did earlier tonight. It's been a busy evening and I am not as organized as I normally am because I was very busy this evening after work. So eventually I'll turn on the football, but no, I don't have it going right now. All right, box back here. Ooh, there's a little grease. That's fun. So, yeah, my plan is to make some popcorn and move my setup over to my couch where I've been live streaming, you know, pretty regularly now. This is just a little greasy from my last use. So I'm gonna grab the butter again. And how much should I put in here? Maybe like a tablespoon? Rich, yes, Canada flags. Happy Thanksgiving to you Canadians. Woohoo! Johnny Theva, hello. What are your thoughts on microwave popcorn? I don't know. I've really been trying, I mean, here I am with my plastic here, but I feel like I try to not eat, I've been trying to phase out a lot of my foods where I'm eating it out of a container that I've microwaved, especially like in product packaging. So yeah, I can't think of the last time I ate microwave popcorn, but I did eat it a lot when I was a kid. But I prefer popping my popcorn in this popcorn machine. Sudhir, Terps, be careful, you might get banned for that comment. Oh no, Terps is fine. Molto2, I'm about to make some microwave popcorn. Nice. I mean, I'm not anti-microwave popcorn. I've had it now and then as an adult. All right, I do have a stick of butter that I was using for something else. So actually, let me just use that. Roby, do you have an Instagram? I do. It's the same as my YouTube. So go over to Instagram and search Hannah in Health, all one word, and you'll find my Instagram account over there. All right. So let's get some of this butter on here. And C says, I'm anti-microwave popcorn. Yeah, I use my microwave to heat up water for tea and for coffee. I use it to heat up, like I just heated up my tofu in a glass container. But what I really try to avoid, because I've heard some like really concerning like podcast episodes on it, is I try to steer clear of any microwaving of plastic where like your food is touching plastic or like a food container that's not either glass or ceramic. Yeah, because there's just, I feel like plastic is everywhere. They're finding microplastics in people's brains. And I'm like, oh geez. I mean, I'm guilty of, up until recently, I would buy easy microwave meals because, it's like, okay, they save time, they're super easy. But then when you just see the amount of plastic in food, it's not good. All right, I'm gonna let this butter heat just a little bit. Just get it melted down. Ooh. Let's see. Anything ready? Mugabo, I'm deaf. Hi, Greg Fain. This wasn't a bad idea. Maybe I should have stuck with the olive oil. Oh no. Oh well, live and learn. I usually will put olive oil on this, but all right, let's just get this popping. Alex, this lady always in the kitchen. Actually, recently I haven't been in the kitchen that much. Lots of tasty popcorn. I hope the butter works. Hope that wasn't a mistake. Okay. And let's get the lid on here. All right, SM, all the ladies in the chat need to be just like her. Juggernaut, I'm doing good. SM, that's a pretty cool popcorn maker. Never seen the kind you can add the butter in ahead of time. Still have my dry kernel popper from the 90s. Nice. Yeah, I think the oil helps the kernels to pop, but honestly, I feel like I should have done it with olive oil instead. I think this should work though. So while this is going, oops, I hid it from you. I'm gonna start moving some stuff over to my couch. Omar Maxwell, hello, Optimus Prime. Hello, I was working today and was watching episodes of 1,000 Tomorrows. I've never heard of that before. Cosborn, nope, this is regular popcorn. Omar Maxwell, ooh, I hear it sizzling, guys. Omar Maxwell, DJ David, Molto Tube. We used to have one of those hot air poppers. It was pretty cool, retro tech, worked well. Yeah, I would say like this has worked since 2016. So I've had this popcorn machine almost a decade. Shaika, DJ David, I'm doing good. All right, I'm gonna, oh, there it goes, guys. There it goes. I'm gonna move Cornelius and my spooky candle over to my living room, BRB. There it goes. Yay. Jamie, Arian Jackson says you look like my doctor. Elaine Gameplay, Hi Pop Shucks. Cosborn, yes, I made decaf espresso. VTMS says we got lift up, I know. It's going. Jamie, Elaine, hello. Omar Maxwell, SM, yes, Molto, that's the kind I still have, LOL. Nice. Great. Back this up so you can see it a little better. Lift off. Mahir Ozdemir, Rich says, get ready, new folks, about to get loud. So far, so good. This hasn't been too noisy. It's not popping as fast as I thought it would, which makes me think that olive oil would have been a better option than the butter. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Let me grab. So I got salt and garlic powder. So I'm gonna be I'm not gonna use pepper. I also just bought this the other day, some mixed nuts, and I feel like that would be a nice little snack to have. Your boy Josh Allen about to make a comeback. Oh no! Oh no, I'm missing it. Shoot. Shoot. Stay focused, hello. Optimus Prime says, last weekend I watched a movie in Penn Cinema, Soul on Fire. Haven't heard of it before. Multitube says, only problem I have with microwave popcorn is how easy it is to burn. Oh yes. I have burned so much microwave popcorn in my life. SM, yes I do. I'll show you my peanut butter. So I really like this Smucker's organic brand of peanut butter. And it's unsweetened. There's 1 gram of sugar and no added sugars. So if you look right, where is it? Total carbs, 6 grams, fiber, 1 gram of sugar naturally, 0 grams added sugar. So that is what I'm trying to see on my food labels. All right, more of the kernels are popping. Shaika. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind high calorie snacks. I'll be honest, I don't count my calories. I try to eat more like, I try to like group my foods into processed versus unprocessed foods. And I like that corn or popcorn starts from a kernel. It's my favorite snack. Robbie, I lived in Baku. I've already been there. I spent the summer of 2016 in Baku, Azerbaijan. Yes, Pop Shucks, I am a Chelsea fan. Hello, Omar Maxwell. Dan says, pour caramel on the popcorn. I don't have any caramel with me. Optimus Prime, 2016, I was in middle school. Oh man, making me feel old. Jose Alvarez says, I like popcorn with M&Ms. Interesting. I don't think of that being a combo, like a common combo. I can't decide. I feel like I should probably stop this because I don't want the kernels to burn. I just don't think as many of them popped as should have. Let's see. Yeah. That just seems like such a small amount. I don't know why. But, oh well. Yeah, I think in the future I'm gonna stick to olive oil. Oh God, come on. Getting these things unstuck. is rough. Okay, so there's the popcorn. I'm gonna salt it and put some garlic on it. And then I'm gonna move out to my sofa. Unplug this guy. All right, Optimus Prime. Sorry, that was the year I was in school. You're still young, but you're not old. I mean, hey, some of the birth years I hear about with Gen Z and Gen Alpha, I'm like, OMG, you were born in the 2000s? What? Crazy. All right. Garlic, garlic, garlic. Love me some garlic powder. And should be good. So, ooh, itchy nose. Let's see. Bentley Raids, thank you. What movie are you getting ready for? I'm gonna continue watching the Ed Gein docuseries on Netflix. All right, so I'm gonna hit these lights and grab this paper towel. I'm gonna grab you guys and we are gonna go over here. Whoop, past the lights. Oh God. All right, so I want to get my NFL turned on so I can see what's going on with the teams. Okay, those are looking good. All right, Jose Alvarez, Pop Secret, yum. I loved Pop Secret as a kid. I ate a good amount of Pop Secret. Okay. Osborne, born in 1989. I mean, you're only 4 years older than me. I don't think that's too old. You're in your 30s. 30s are the new 20s. Okay, so light is good. I gotta get you a trivia question. Turn on my TV. All right, Pop Shooks, thank you very much. Michael Upton says, let's go Bucks. I didn't even know they were playing right now. Roku Sports, NFL Zone. Can I even watch this right now? Shaika, I grew up in the Minneapolis metro area. Live, okay, Bills and Bears. I'm gonna go to the Bills game. I don't know if I have access to this game though. Oh, this is so frustrating. I don't know why the NFL app will not work on my TV. It's so weird. It like boots me out every time I try to, yeah. It says subscribe to NFL Plus and I'm like, I am subscribed. What is going on? You guys are whippersnappers. How about in the early 60s, says Dan Sawfish. Oh my gosh. Michael Upton. All right, thank you, Ishmael. Let me get you guys the trivia question that I was talking about. Gosh darn it. All right. We're already at 84 likes. Well, we've been on here now for an hour, so that's good. Can't you mirror it from your laptop? I can't watch it on my laptop. I can only watch on mobile and a tablet. It's very weird. I don't understand why it is like this. I haven't sat down and plugged in the mirroring thing though yet. Clesio, Tubi app. Yeah, Tubi doesn't work for the games tonight. Okay. Guess, what should my emoji be? Oh, I'll do like a little car. guess where I went after work today. I should say, guess what place I visited or went to. I went to after work today. All right, there you go. Alec, thank you so much. I'm glad you like the pumpkin earrings. I like them too. 'Tis the season for pumpkin earrings. All right, so I gotta keep my notes going. Seth Rollins is legit injured. No. Writing him off TV? Why? Are the ratings not good or something? He's so funny. Man, that bums me out. I love Seth Rollins. All right, so we had Reaper give a gift earlier. Oh, was there another one too? I don't think so. Sorry, one sec, guys. Okay, Gianna Forever, Seth Rollins, that was you. Do you like to go out weekdays? No, I do not. No, if I do, I mean, I could do that in my 20s, but now that I'm in my 30s, it's like, if I go out on weekdays, I am burned to a crisp at my job. I do not like going out on weekdays. Because I feel like when I do have those one-off outings, sure, it's okay once in a while, but in the back of my head, I'm thinking like, oh my God, it's this current time, and now I know I'm not gonna be home by this time, and then it's gonna take me 30 minutes to, at least 30 minutes to like, get ready for bed, brush my teeth, floss, mouthwash, skincare. It's like, for me, it's not worth going out on weeknights unless it's a very special occasion and I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll be tired for work tomorrow. But no, generally no. AM1, thank you so much. I really do my best to keep all of my content G or PG rated. Cosborn, yes, I do watch WWE. John L. Singh. Randy Michael wants me to watch the game. I'm getting over to the Ed Gein documentary first. Ooh, Poldark. I could watch that sometime. Okay, Ed Gein. Here we go. God, I still can't believe it. What's his face? Charlie Hunnam is this guy. That's so scary. Okay. Turning on Ed Gein, amazing. AJ Singh, Shaika, yeah, but I would do. I was born in 19 something something before computers. I mean, so were my parents, no worries. Lisa, I feel ya on trying to manage time after work. Yep, it's just like, it's tempting, don't get me wrong. It's tempting to want to like go out. I'll say this, if it's like an event that's going out right after work, like you're gonna meet up with friends at 5:30 or 6 and then spend like maybe a couple hours, maybe even 3, just like hanging out, eating food, walking around, maybe go to a game. But it's like, if you're gonna be going out until 10, 11, it's just like, yeah, it's, to me, I end up paying for it the next day. because I'm so sleepy. Pop Shucks Attitude Era was best. The 2 games are great. Yeah, I'm gonna... Where did I put my other phone? Oh, here it is. So I'm gonna turn on the NFL game. I'm gonna watch the Bills, because that's like one of my top 2 favorite teams. Kamal is here. Jesse, hello. I'm doing good. How was your Monday? Multotube, you keep calling it a documentary docuseries, but it's just a limited series loosely based on real events. Much of it is fictionalized or completely fabricated for dramatic effect. Is that true? I mean, it's like a dramatization of his life, but I feel like docuseries is like an easy thing to call it. I didn't realize so much of it was dramatized. Shaika, born in the 70s. Strata. Ken Hamilton, how was the mall today? I see you trying to get me to spill the beans on what I did after work. Okay, I'm pulling up the Bills game. Gosh, they must be at the very end of it. Well, no, I'm guessing it started at like 7:15. Thank you, Ishmael. Jesse says it was okay, got a deer Friday and picked up the meat today. Cool. So where do you bring the deer once you have hunted it? Where do you just bring it to like the butcher and then they undress it and I don't know all the terms, but basically they prep it for you and then you come back? Dan Sawfish, I'm here, the old man. Pop Shucks says, "Hey, I'm from Toronto. We should meet in Buffalo for a Bills game." Ishmael, YouTube videos, the most greatest. Multotube docuseries means it's a documentary in serial form. This is far from a documentary as it is fictionalized. And again, much of it didn't actually happen. That's kind of disappointing then. I like a little more a little more facts than fiction. Oh, this is so creepy. Ooh. Not the easiest thing to watch when you're eating. Very, very creepy. Very creepy. Okay, so, Buffalo versus Atlanta. 14-21. Okay. Russell Morton, thank you so much. My cousin butchers deer. Oh, okay, gotcha. Let's see, Robbie, would love to watch your broadcast until the morning, but I need to sleep. There's morning exercise in 2 hours. Oof. Go get some sleep, please. Great to have you here, Robbie. Sir Johnny of Bravo, howdy. Clesio Silva. What was I gonna grab? Grab a little hand sanitizer just because I've been touching so much stuff and I'm gonna be eating popcorn. Oh, you guys, this is such a creepy series. Ooh. Oh no, it looks like there's a couple of, oh gosh. Randy Michael, 2 minutes to play the game. All right, I got the game on. Walking Man, Dan Sawfish. I got to go. Call of Duty is calling me. Very nice. Well, enjoy playing Call of Duty. All right. Arthur Lujano, we love you in Illinois. Thank you. Ishmael, Multotube, especially episode 7 and 8, they took many, many liberties with the real events. Okay, good to know. I am on episode 3. I'm at the part where I don't know if these are like sheriffs or they don't look dressed as law enforcement. I don't know if they're like private investigators. But like 2 men have showed up at his door asking about his mom. Oh, he's so creepy. Ooh. Side Flow. Have a great night, Hannah and chat. You too, Cosborn. Sir Johnny Bravo, popcorn is dangerous, hard to stop eating. But I think it's a very redeeming snack. It's got good fiber, it's whole grain. So I don't mind eating a lot of popcorn. Koopa is here. Bye, Robbie. Joseph Hawthorne said hi. And see, I do have a favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. I can save that as a trivia question. Face the Ace, good to see you. Oh my god, John Puntany. Sorry. I looked away just as I saw your comment come up on my screen. Hello, John, how have you been? I'm currently watching the Ed Gein Netflix limited series. It's a Netflix show about Ed Gein. David Reichenbach, I love AI. Jose Cruz Torres, hello. Pop Shucks, good night to you, J.E., Face the Ace. Kevin, no, I'm watching the Ed Gein show on Netflix. Clesio Silva, NC Boo, chat wants to know now. Patience is a virtue. Kirby, happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Yes. Makes me excited for our Thanksgiving, Kirby. It's weird that it's a little more than a month away now. Sir Johnny Bravo, I've seen Marshmallow Flava Enteros Flava Popcorn, haven't tried it. Oh no, the Falcons are about to beat the Bills. No, I got the game on right here. Shoot. Yeah. And the Falcons have it too. Shoot. My teams are doing good this week. Dang it. John Punchney says busy but good. Yes. I feel that. How are you doing? I'm doing good, John. Thank you so much for asking. Yeah, busy, but it's like a good kind of busy. J.E., I'm a Virgo. Face the Ace says awesome. Jose Vigil, bye. Clesio, I do like football. Tomcat, I don't put pepper on my popcorn. I put salt and garlic on my popcorn. From me and my fellow Canadians, salute. Nice, Kirby. Oh no. Ed Gein is back in the graveyard, guys, with a shovel. Egg Shen. Yes, I have gone to MOA before as a Minneapolis resident. Happy Thanksgiving to the Canadians. Yes, face the A's. Clesio, what's your team for NFL? I'm rooting for the Lions and the Bills. Thank you, Kevin. Rocking with Cowboy is here. Hello, how are you doing? Do you know what makes popcorn pop? I think, I used to know this. I think it's the moisture inside of the corn kernel that heats to a point where it needs to release the pent up energy and it explodes the kernel. Nikki Jane, I'm a distance runner. Farman, YouTuber, thank you. Omar Dario is in Argentina. Annie Spearman. Izzy, Yabba Dabba Doo. Hannah, it's a trick question. Your phone tracker says you picked something up from school for someone in hospital and then call in at the mall. You're welcome, Jose Vigil. Primer, thank you. Voyager 1, hello, hello. Oh gosh, here we go. Kevin says, got my Canadian tuxedo on. Yes, I do know. Del link up Miles, thank you. Shaika, Galactic Monk, Juniper Berry. How are the winters there in Minnesota compared to other parts of the country? They're cold. We have a reputation for cold winters, and they definitely live up to it. Gonzalez, just chilling, eating some popcorn and watching the Ed Gein Netflix show. Jungle Thriving. And that is how popcorn is made. Delish. Seen Little Us in Florida, says Mark Gabriel. It turns to steam, you're so right. I remember, I think it was in science class, I forget what grade, but we watched a popcorn kernel explode in ultra slow motion, and it was so cool to see the kernel transform into a piece of popcorn. Jungle Thriving says, I need a change in my life. If I visit Minneapolis, what's the first place I should go to? I would say it depends on what your interests are. If you're a super active person, we're an excellent biking city. There's loads of biking trails. Same with pedestrian paths and running paths. If you're more into the theater scene, I'd say go to the Guthrie Theater. If you like art, go to the Minneapolis Institute of Art. If you like architecture, go to the Basilica of St. Mary and the Cathedral of St. Paul. So, I mean, it really depends on things you like to do versus things you have no interest in. I don't think there's just one place I point everyone to go visit, because people have very different interests. Leah Kaiser, Michael Guzman, Clesio is learning Turkish. Eggshen says Minnesota. Yes. I'm having a hard time deciding or determining if this scene is for real in the Ed Gein show or if he's imagining all of this. So, the part I'm watching in episode 3, for those of you who have seen it, Ed Gein, I think he just proposed to this lady. And in a previous episode, he unalived this girl, or at least they made it out to be that way. So I feel like he's imagining this. Yeah, I feel like this can't be real. TPF Flacco, hello. I definitely have a kernel stuck in my teeth. This cannot be real. Is that game? Shoot. Yeah, Falcons for sure won against the Bills. I was gonna Google though, was Ed Gein married? No, Ed Gein was never married. Okay. Well, there were reports in 1957 from a woman named Adeline Watkins that she had been in a long-term romance with Gein and had even turned down his marriage proposal. She later retracted these statements. She clarified that her relationship with Gein was not romantic and that they were just acquaintances. Okay, this must be Adeline. Interesting. Wow. So curious. The Bears are winning. Yes, I know, Randy. All right, Allison. What are you guys saying on the poll? 47% of you are guessing the mall. Okay. The mall with a strong 47%. I know. It's very like, I find it interesting when the poll is so strongly in one direction. Parker, Bishop Bullwinkle. Princess, how's your night? Had to say hello before I go to sleep. It's good. Busy, but a really nice Monday. I've said that I said this a week ago, and I feel like I said this on the previous Monday as well. Mondays are the new hump day, where once Monday is done, it feels like the rest of the week flies so quickly. Ooh, I'm getting some kernels. I can tell all of them didn't pop. Hello, Ricky Spanish. No Halloween party. Oh my gosh, Ray. Good to see you. I had a solid Monday. How about you? Egg Shen says I like Southdale Mall. Ricky is in Lafayette. Gino said hi. Hello, Gino. Your point of view matters. Hello, I'm doing good. How about you? Still Mall. Mall is winning the poll with 46% of the vote. Thank you, Clesio. Ray says, today sucked, but I'm hoping tomorrow is better. I could not focus at school and forgot to take pain meds, so I was suffering a bit. Do you have like a parent or someone who can like help you manage that? Dragon Slasher, the one. Thank you, Clesio. Oh, that's the final score. Bills 14, Atlanta 24. Dang. Poor Bills. Shoot. Oh no. Now Ed Gein's got a couple of kids at the house. which I don't think is gonna end well. Ooh, great question, NC. What day am I carving a pumpkin? I'm torn. I might do it, I might do it like the Monday of Halloween, but I'm also wondering if I should do it the week before Halloween. You guys should give me advice. Yep, I think the Commanders are gonna win, Randy. Dante, hello Dante. Class 21, welcome back, how are you? You guys, I love popcorn so much. Let's see, Ari, when to carve the pumpkins? Do you already have plans for Halloween? I do, yes. I wouldn't carve it on pumpkin, or I wouldn't carve the pumpkin on Halloween. It's just a matter of how long before Halloween I want to carve it. That's what I'm not sure about. Dante NC says, week before, so we get to see it in other live streams. Okay. Doing well, can't complain. Hope your day has been great. Yeah, it was a solid Monday, class 21. Clesio says, Halloween. I know, it's coming up, guys. A little more than 2 weeks away. See you later, Ray. Jose says, Hannah, who is your least favorite Premier League team? Let me pull up the table. I don't know if there's, I'm trying to think of a team I don't like. It's more just who's forgettable. Let's see. Fulham, Leeds. I don't know. I guess least favorite is gonna be either Burnley or Leeds United. Whoa. Oh no, Jamie says I'm gonna be Charlie Hunnam for Halloween. Just be Charlie Hunnam in a better role than Ed Gein. Let's see, Greg Ackley. Thank you. I know. The channel is now at 11,000 subscribers. It's very exciting. Eggshen is asking, are you gonna have a horror movie marathon for Halloween? Probably not on Halloween, but I'm trying to watch a lot of scary movies in the lead up to Halloween. Greg Ackley says, cool Fox Pumpkin. Jose Cruz says, that's funny. I thought you'd hate Arsenal or Liverpool. Actually, I root for both Arsenal and Chelsea. I support both of those clubs. And I really enjoy watching Liverpool. I love watching all of the top tier teams. I don't really hate any of the teams. Oh gosh. Ahmed. Randy, so you can be scared, Hannah. I just don't really get scared by anything these days. I can think something is spooky, but I don't know. Yeah, nothing really, I would say nothing really disturbs me anymore. Ahmed says, hello, Joanne. Hello, Joanne, and thank you. Yes, Clesio, I also watch movies with subtitles. Thank you, Joanne. Narazalv, hello. Oh no. We've got Ed Gein standing at a distance outside a grocery shop watching some poor woman at the cashier checkout register. I think he's spotting his next victim. No. I'm worried for this. Oh no, here we go. Oh no, and she has a leg brace on too.
You were just following me, weren't you? You followed me last night too.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He's targeting this one lady, guys. Oh. MoltoTube, when was the last time scary content genuinely gave me the frights? I would say, oh my god. Ooh. I would say the only time I truly felt like a wave of terror was when I was watching the movie The Fourth Kind. It's the one that takes place out in some remote community in Alaska where apparently all of the horror things happen. It has that one lady who's the main lady in, I think, Resident Evil, I want to say. Mila Djokovic. I'm not sure if that's correct. But it's that lady. But in The Fourth Kind, if you haven't seen it, MoltoTube, the premise is there's like alien encounters that are happening in the community. And in order to mask these visits, the aliens will plant the image of an owl in your dream or in your memory in place of the actual like alien encounter or abduction. And so basically owls are like a stand-in for aliens in The Fourth Kind. And I watched The Fourth Kind. This was like 4 years ago. I watched the movie The Fourth Kind, and it was like pretty disturbing and scary, just very like icky. And I could not believe this, but right as the movie ended and the credits began to roll, there was a monitor screen in my living room. This was an old apartment that I lived in. And I kid you not, right as the movie ended and the credits started to roll, the computer monitor lights up and there's an owl. Like, you know how there's, like when you log into a computer, there's like the login screen that can be like it's like a picture of the forest or a picture of like the ocean. It's like a generic screensaver image. I had never seen this screensaver image before in my life on this computer, but the screen monitor lights up right as the movie ends, and it's an image of an owl, and it's looking right at me like this. And I was like, oh my God. And there was like a little, because these screensavers have like some cutesy little like sentences like off to the side kind of describing the scene of the photo. And it was just some very eerie, it was like, owls like to look at you and see what you're up to. And I was like, this is cursed. I hate this. And I was like, that really shook me. I was just like, whoa, like what are the odds of that, of the computer screen lighting up right as the movie ends, and it's an owl looking right at me with text that is just like too creepily accurate for the movie. I just was that gave me the heebie-jeebies for sure. That was 4 years ago. I would say that's the last time I can remember. It was like only that time, and then when I watched the movie Signs by M. Night Shyamalan when it came out in like 2002 or 3, I was absolutely terrified by Signs when I think it was like first or second grade. So yeah, those are really the only 2 times I can think about being absolutely just feeling this like wave of terror and just being like overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, that is really scary. Egg Shen, who's your pick for the World Cup? I tend to root for France, so I'm gonna go with France. Thank you, Greg Ackley. Moltotube liked seeing her in an acting role. Abraham, I'm watching the Ed Gein show. Oh God, I think we've got another victim here. And in this case, it's some poor babysitter girl with a leg, she's wearing a leg brace. So I don't know if she has like a permanent, you know, deformity or some kind of thing that's not working right with her. This is in like the 1940s. She's wearing like a very old school looking brace, but oh, this girl is doomed. Oh my God, this is so bad. Oh, here he is. Oh, he's just emerged behind her. Yeah. Oh, she's done. No, no, no. Slay Queen. Shoot. Randy Michael. She's in the Ed Gein show Hannah is watching. Oh, shoot, who were you talking about? I'm sorry, I went on a long comment there. Hussein Mohammed, Clesio, Randy Michael. Jason, Freddy, or Michael, scariest? Ooh, that's a good one. It's between Freddy and Michael Myers. I think what would be so horrible about Freddy Krueger is he makes it so that you cannot sleep. Which it's like, I just fall apart when I don't get enough sleep, and the fact that he's just like haunting your dreams constantly so that you can't rest at night, you can't get any sleep, and then you're exhausted during the day. It's just like this horrible, unending purgatory. So, but then like Michael Myers is also terrifying. So that's really, really hard, NC. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I'm leaning toward Michael Myers. Zany, Nothing to Do. Oh my gosh, Dave is here. Dave, I think your old username was Dave Horton. Hey Hannah, how are you? Long time no see. I'm doing good. I'm watching the Ed Gein Netflix series. I didn't know anything about Ed Gein before watching this. But it was trending #1 on Netflix. I don't know where it's trending now, but I think last week it was trending #1. And I had no idea that this is like a guy, he was I think he was a serial killer in the 40s and 50s, and he's from Wisconsin, and apparently like his life and all the things he did inspired Alfred Hitchcock and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series, and there's some other things too, but I had no idea. What's that other one? The Silence of the Lambs. I had no idea that Ed Gein was this like historical figure that was so tied to horror movies, which I've seen and really love. So he's like a big part of the horror genre that I have been completely unaware of up until now. How have you been, Dave? Greg Ackley, The Conjuring was kind of scary. Gotta check The Fourth Kind. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fourth Kind. That movie. Super scary. Excellent Man. Bill Dotarive. I don't know. Dave says, hey, Randy. Dave, saw your shorts watching Chelsea. Woo! Yes, I'm a Chelsea fan. Andrew, I'm doing well. Just eating some popcorn and watching Ed Gein get up to some scary stuff. All right. Dave says, LOL, doomed. Abraham Gaska, Slay Queen, Zany Insari. Molto Tube 7 is a classic. I think I've seen 7. Doesn't that have Brad Pitt? All right. John Puntany, Randy Michael. Am I getting scared yet? No. This kind of a show wouldn't scare me. It's more just kind of like, oh no, next victim. You know what's coming. It's just a matter of how it plays out. Clesio, I'm watching the Ed Gein Netflix show. Jamie says, Randy is at Hannah's door. Dave says, ever seen The Omen? The Damien films. They're old but scary. Those never scared me. I watched those when I was pretty little, like maybe 11 or 12. And it's like the whole like demonic Satan child. Just like creepy kids. I've never, like that horror trope has never scared me. Same with dolls. I think for me, what's like the most threatening are big monsters, supernatural anything. It's just like as a child, I didn't find creepy children or dolls scary. Oh no, oh no. Oh, what's this gonna be now? Oh gosh. Phil, hello. Multotube, I was talking about Addison Rae before Hannah. She is the young girl he kills in the show. Oh. Whoa. There's no evidence he was involved in her disappearance, just speculation. Gotcha. Slay Queen. Oh, I see. Okay. Addison Rae. Interesting. No evidence he was involved, but it's still suspicious, perhaps. Andrew, he was as famous as Bundy and Dahmer. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I had no, somehow, and I have loved watching horror movies, like, my whole life. I just, somehow completely missed the boat on Ed Gein. Like, a week ago, because that's when I started watching this Netflix show. A week ago, if you had asked, like, who's Ed Gein, I would have been like, I have no clue. No idea. Andrew says all of them were wild. Randy, Multitube, I know Addison Rae. The smartest people do the dumbest acts. Aaron Clark, Multotube. The Omen movies are awesome. They go all the way till he's grown and the Antichrist, like 4 parts. I don't know. I just don't find it scary. Guillermo. You think I was at the mall. Is that still winning in the poll? Let's see. Jamal Green, Darren Carsberg, good to see you. Long time no see. And see, Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman were in 7. Yes. Abraham, Fourth Kind, when the UFO was above their house. Yeah. That movie is so scary. I don't know if I would watch it again. I'm like, one and done. Some movies I'm like, this just feels like real bad juju and really cursed. Dave says, see, that paranormal stuff scares me. Things I can punch don't. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like with the whole Damien thing, that just didn't, I don't know, that whole premise didn't spook me. But yeah, I would say like paranormal stuff that like, I had a poll the other day where I was listing which of these 4 creatures from horror movies would I least want to fight, or in other words, which would I be most frightened to have to fight? And I had listed, I think it was like the Predator, one of the aliens from Signs, Toby, the demon entity from Paranormal Activity, and Samara, the ring girl, like the drowned girl who comes out of the well in the ring. And the right answer to that was Toby the demon, because I'm like, if it's a physical thing, I can fight it off, or at least like see it and run away from it. But if I can't even see it, and I don't even know if it's around me or not, that to me is the most horrible thing I could imagine having to deal with. Abraham, Randy, Alec, I didn't find the Ed Gein show that scary. The Dahmer one was way worse, and the Menendez one wasn't scary at all. I think I started watching the Menendez one. Coffee. Let's see. Clesio, Vikram, Zaini, Cody. Hello, Cody. Let's see, Sean X Key. Leona Lewis, that's funny. A-Star, I'm doing good. I'm eating popcorn and watching the Ed Gein Netflix show. I'll say it's definitely creepy. James Sosa, no, I am not Puerto Rican. Greg Ackley, The Ring and the first Scream scared me when they first came out. I was 6 when I saw Scream. Oh, that's pretty young. Egg Shen, Geet also inspired Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yep. Coffee wants to get this stream to 300 likes. Not sure about that, because we're coming up on 2 hours and we're at 127. Robert thinks that life is scarier than a movie. Sean says Exorcist was scary. I didn't find The Exorcist too scary, but I think The Ring is very scary. I've never seen Hellraiser. A-Star, I want to watch it. Music Come is here. Scarface. Huff Paranormal. Don't know what that is. Scarface. Dave says, I don't know that one, Toby the Demon. So it's the Paranormal Activity series. There was the original Paranormal Activity, and then Paranormal Activity 2, Paranormal Activity 3. and then it just kept going for a while. And in the second movie, like in the first movie, it's just this entity, but in the second movie, these kids are getting haunted by the same demon entity as in the first movie. And one of the kids calls it Toby, like her imaginary friend. And so that's just what I've always referred to that entity as, because that's what one of the kids called it in the movies. Larry Winkle is here. Moldotube, The Ring was the last time I was genuinely scared. I had to turn the lights when she crawled out of that TV. Yes. Oh my gosh, Moldotube. I have a scary story from The Ring as well. So I remember watching The Ring in like 6th grade. I was probably like 11 or 12. And I thought it was super scary. I watched it multiple times though. I'm surprised. But I remember, let's see, renewal notice. What is that? Sorry, one second. Just got an email and I'm like, oh, I don't know what that is. Come on. Oh, come on, baby. Okay. Figured it out. My scary story with The Ring, it's not that scary, but I had watched the movie The Ring with a friend of mine in middle school. And then afterward, we were just like playing around on her computer, and we had gone to like, we were like searching for like The Ring stuff. Like we were going to different websites, and we went to one website and there was this pop-up window that began playing the tape from The Ring, and it was super gross. And I like, so in that tape, it's like at the end is when Samara comes up and out of the well. And I remember my friend and I were like, oh my God, close the window. Like she's coming out of the well, like she's gonna come out of the computer screen. And so we were like frantically trying to close the pop-up window before Samara got like up to like basically was gonna come out of the screen. Like she's just walking toward the camera. And I think we tried to minimize it or close it, and then it popped up again and kept playing. And we were like, oh, we are so screwed. And so we were able to like close out of the whole like window, and then we like I think we powered down the computer and like unplugged it from the wall, because we were like, dude, we do not want that. We do not want that to be playing again. Like we don't want to risk Samara coming out of the screen and coming after us. Larry Winkle. Oh, you saw someone eating soap on a live. Okay. Coffee's asking how's Rachie and TT. They're all doing well. And Miss Ruby Red Wing, my mom. Sean, yes, I know. It is a big bowl. I love popcorn. I can eat a lot of it. Army Lieutenant 76, coffee, Chris, yes, I'm American. Let's see. Thank you, Chris. NC is asking, how old were you when you saw your first R-rated movie? That's such a good question. I had to have been like 10 or 11. Jamie says, Hannah is coming to Iowa soon. What makes you say that? Dave says, yeah, F them. That scared me. Excuse my French. After Paranormal Activity 1, I stopped watching horror movies. Oh no! I mean, I enjoy watching horror movies. What I say to myself is, okay, remember, it's all fictional. These are actors. It is like, I consider it artwork because the actors had to learn their lines. There was a whole production team of makeup artists, costume designers, sound and music people, lighting people. There's like the techs, all of the special effects people, the IT, like the computer wizards. So it's like there's a whole like enterprise behind a horror movie. And I mean, it is like a creative art. It's like theater on film. So I'm like, okay, thinking about it that way makes it less scary. But I also am very much like, I do not mess with like paranormal stuff. I do not do a Ouija. I do not do seances. I do not do anything like that. No, no, no. I stay in my lane here and just be as respectful as I possibly can to anything in the spirit realm. And that's going on the other side of things. And yeah, so I try to live a very like chill, good vibes type of life. Reaper, thank you for the happy poop gift. Brian Hall, Clesio, Multotube. Even the second Ring movie was pretty intense. I don't think I saw the second Ring movie. Did they get the lady, Naomi Watts to come back? Oh no, here we go. Dave, that's okay. Sorry for swearing, Hannah, but geez, I actually thought they were real too until I was told. I mean, that's the thing. If you went into that movie thinking it was like found footage, ooh boy, that would be, I mean, the way they filmed those movies was so terrifying. I recently revisited the Paranormal Activity movies, I think back in February or March, and I was like, dang, these are scary. Ooh, so terrifying. Coffee. Ooh, The Grudge. I have such a fun memory of The Grudge because I remember when that movie came out, I was in middle school. I can't remember if it was like 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, somewhere around age 13. And I remember everyone in my school decided that we were gonna go to the movie theater in town. We were all gonna go and watch The Grudge. And I just remember getting to the movie theater. I was sitting toward the back, and it was so funny because I could just look down and see like all of the people like in the front row and just, you know, in front of me. I was like, all of these people are like, we've basically all taken over this theater as middle schoolers. Oh, this is very disturbing. Ooh. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. John Puntany, does Rach have a favorite horror movie? I think she does. But, you know, oh shoot. I think she does, but now I'm questioning. I'm questioning it. Because I was initially thinking It Follows, but I actually think, I don't know. I'd have to ask her to be sure. Sean says the movie The Grudge and The Ring freaked me out. Yeah, the whole like drowned water ghost like girl, that imagery really spooks me. It's very disturbing. Oh no. No. Oh, this is so gruesome. Oh, this is so gruesome. No. Oh. No. Dog lover. Multotube, I bet if your phone had rung, then you'd have run out of the house. Yes. Dave says, did you think briefly that you would have 7 days? Oh yeah, 100%. I feel like there's always that like flicker of fear. That flicker of fear where it's just like, in the off chance this is real, this is gonna be a problem. This is not good for me. So yes, Dave. Oh geez. Jet Gay is back. Just knocked off work now and hoping to watch Hannah live. Awesome. Oh, this is so bad. So bad. Guto Kowalski, hello. Hannah Denver, how long? Oh, the Ring movie scared me so much in my early 20s. Yes. I watched The Ring when I was about 10 to 12, and it was very scary. Yes, NC, that is some bad juju. Mag Lav is here. Dragoliub is also here. Lucas Afane. Yes, Moltotube. I like the movie Sinister. That one, for some reason, just doesn't scare me as much. I really like Ethan Hawke, so that probably has something to do with it. He has like a comfort factor for me. It'd be like watching like Selena Gomez or some other actor, like a more feel-good actor in a horror movie where I'm just like, I like you too much as an actor where it's not scary. It's not as scary to me. Hello, Ernest. FGVJ is here. Dave says, but that's the thing about the paranormal stuff. It's the unknown what scares me. Same. Yep. I think the unknown is very unsettling. John Puntany, exactly, says Dave Leviticus. Or Levicus, sorry. You should watch Begotten. Okay, I've never heard of that. Sam Bach, hello. Oh gosh, okay, so I think this girl is a goner. Not good. NC. Oh yeah, I think she's a goner. NC, same. First R-rated movie I watched was The Terminator. Yeah, I was thinking, NC, that might have been my my first R-rated movie because I saw it by accident. So I had a bad dream, and then oh gosh. I'd had a bad dream, and then I had come out and wanted to like wake up my mom, and she was still sleeping, but the TV was on. And so I just I like stopped and like looked up at the TV and was watching the very last 10 minutes or so of 10 to 15 minutes of The Terminator, and I was just like rocked to my core by that, because I was like, whoa, what is this movie? What is this Terminator thing? This is terrifying. Keith, hello. Dave, same Hannah, hence why I don't even watch that stuff now. I don't even like being in that energy. I know. The thing is though, I'm like, okay, again, remember, entertainment, it's artists. These are all actors with makeup and hair and costume, and someone took the time to write the script, and there's a musical score. Oof. Yuck. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Dave. John says, I would say Terminator was scarier for me than most of the horror movies I've seen so far. Rachie is here. Gucho says, hasta la vista, John. Pray with Rach, which is Rachie. My favorite and least favorite because it scares me so bad. Interesting, it is Sinister. Oh my gosh. I really like Sinister. It doesn't bother me as much as other movies. Like I was saying before, there's something I've always liked about Ethan Hawke. The fact that he was cast as the main like guy in that movie just made it, I mean, it was still really scary, but I was like, but I really like Ethan Hawke. Sean, so how was your weekend? Do anything fun or just chill out? It was a mix. So I had a very busy Saturday. I got up early and went to an open house. It was like an old professor of mine who I worked for in grad school. So I went to that on Saturday morning, and then I was out all day on Saturday going around to basically my favorite holiday, like harvesty, fall, autumn, spooky shops. And then after that, what did I do? think that was pretty much it for Saturday, although I feel like I'm missing something. And then Sunday was pretty chill. Yesterday was pretty chill. Coffee. Guto, Rachel Montana is here. John says hi to Rachie. Dave says, oh, I just noticed your earrings. I love them. I saw your pumpkin in the background and thought to look at your ears because you normally wear it to match the holiday. You didn't disappoint. Yes, I got these for my birthday last month. So actually my birthday was exactly a month ago. I turned 32 on September 13th and my mom got me these pumpkin earrings as a little fun accessory for the spooky season, and I decided that I'm gonna wear these earrings for the month of October. Really? Greg Ackley is saying Sinister is apparently listed as the scariest movie ever. I disagree with that. I mean, it's scary, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't say it's the scariest movie ever. One up top, hello. You're such a vibe. You've just been snacking and entertaining all of us. Yes, I have been eating. I started in my kitchen and now I'm here. Doing my best to keep up with the comments, not get too far behind. Good to see you, Starboy. Thank you, Baby Harrison, J Pro, eating popcorn, Marco Polo. Multitube actors love to play against type like that. Shows their range and lets you see them in a role you wouldn't expect them in. Exactly, yes. That's why it's fun to watch some horror movies, because you see these people and you're like, whoa, this is a 180, or this is a complete switch up. Like, seeing someone who's only really been in rom-coms or high, serious actor, like Oscar-worthy movies, suddenly in like a really scary movie I think it's really fun to see actors switch it up. Baby Harrison says T2. NC, do you have a favorite Ethan Hawke movie? I really loved him in Leave the World Behind. I'd have to pull up his movie list because I've seen a few with him. How about you, NC? Sean says, my first horror film I watched was Children of the Corn. Oh no. That was my first R-rated film. I was like 9 or 10. Oh no. It was on TV and it freaked me out like crazy. Yep. It's pretty scary. Jeke, no, I'm not Latina or an Islander. Nope, I am part white, part black. Tip Top Health, what's up? How's your night going? I'm doing good. I'm eating some popcorn and watching the Ed Gein doc. I was corrected by MultoTube. It's a Netflix show because apparently calling it a docuseries is not totally correct because they're taking a lot of liberties with the story. Kirby says, I think the only movie that scared me when I was little was Candyman. I still have not seen Candyman. Oh, this is so creepy. Oh my God, this guy was just, so unwell. Ooh. Kirby, Kenneth Christensen, thank you so much. Guto says, when I was a child, the Friday the 13th movie scared me too much. Jason Voorhees was terrifying. Yes, Jason is very scary. Young Star. Dave says, happy late birthday, Hannah. I hope your 32nd year 4 outdoes your 31st. Yeah, I mean, me too. So far, I'm loving 32. I'm loving my 30s in general. And yeah, no complaints. Sorry, I've got some popcorn kernel in my teeth. We got Antonio Sanchez from Dallas, Texas. John says, I remember a list a few years ago ranking the one with the evil nun as number one. What would that have been? I mean, there's a series called, or a movie called The Nun. The thing is, the evil nun is such a trope in horror movies that it's hard to say, like, which one it would be, John. Thank you, Tabor Thistle. Greg Ackley, I find the Purge movies more intriguing than scary. I think it's like an interesting concept, like if that was allowed by the US government. Like it's more like thrilling scary, not like there's not like a evil creature or demon or something that's like chasing people. But it is like stressful to watch. Antonio Sanchez Hawk, best Batman ever. Really? Was he actually Batman? If so, I did not know that. Tanaka, I don't know who that is. Multotube, I liked recently seeing Hugh Grant in Heretic. Ooh, that movie, I tried watching it on a plane, and I actually stopped watching it maybe 2/3 of the way through. It just started to get pretty like gruesome and gory, and I was like, I think I'm done watching this. Yeah, I was just like, oh, I don't like it. Oh, my mom is on here. Oh my god. I'm gonna close my poll. Sorry, I know I'm a little behind. I know, Antonio Sanchez, popcorn is almost gone. Tabor, the Black Phone 2 movie, I've been getting those trailers. It looks amazing. I want to see Black Phone 2. Mom, shucks, you zoomed by my previous comment. Oh, did I really? Let me scroll back up here. I'm scrolling. I have no idea where your last comment went, Mom. I don't see it anywhere. Young Star, I see you. John Puntini, yes, my mom is here. Todd Long, yep, I'm wearing pumpkin earrings for the month of October. Thank you, number one Muir. Aviana Ferriole. Coffee saying hi to my mom. Omega Supreme, hello. Tabor Thistle says, yeah, the new Conjuring was terrible. I went to go see all of the previous Conjuring movies, except for the one that came out this year. And I thought they were entertaining and interesting, but I never found them scary. So I was like, I'm not going to see this newest one. Jeke, very cool. Ali Abdullah, Mark Gabriel. Okay, trivia question. Guess what place I went after work today? 43% of you guessed that I went to the mall. I did not go to the mall. 21% of you guessed that I went to the airport. I did not go to the airport. 19% of you guessed hospital. Yes, I did go to the hospital after work today because I went to go visit my mom. She got knee replacement surgery and she was looking great. My dad, my sister, and I, we went to go visit her. And yeah, she had knee surgery today and we went to go chat with her and spend some time with her. So 19% of you got it correct. I went to the hospital after work today. Laika Galicia, thank you, John Puntini, for cleaning up the chats. Tommy Brown Jr., hello. Jamie says, great job, John. You're doing so great. Yeah, John is an excellent mod. Yep, no spamming or you are gone. Laika, one up top. How do you feel about the surgical tech job career? Sounds like a solid career to me. It's not mine, but I'm not gonna criticize it. John, yes, please remember, no need to repeat comments. Reynaldo Farias, Coffee, Espinala. Jamie says LOL. Coffee says, aw, Miss Ruby Red Wing, prayers for you, always our friend. Yes, yes. My mom is on the mend, and I'm very excited for her. Yeah, it was really nice to just hear from her post-op and go and visit her after work today. Faka, what? Hello? Coconut said hi. Guto. You pronounce Portuguese words very well. I do my best. I don't speak Portuguese, but I've taken a few years of Spanish, so I try to just use some of my Spanish knowledge to say things correctly. I'm doing very well thanks to probably incredible doctors. Let me think of another trivia question. NC had asked earlier, let me think. What was it? Was it my favorite? Oh, it was my favorite Tarantino movie. All right. Oh, Austin Ricky. I'm sorry. Right as I was looking down, eating popcorn, I see you gave a gift. I'm taking notes of people who give gifts and stuff. Austin Ricky, could you make a comment or something just so I can get your username, your channel name? Austin Ricky. Thank you to you. There you are. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I've been shouting people out who give gifts and such. Austin, Ricky, perfect. Thank you so much. And then Kirby gave a super chat earlier. Don't want to forget that. Okay, another trivia question I could give you guys is guess my favorite Quentin Tarantino film, courtesy of NC. Todd Long is saying Pulp Fiction. BB is here. Ramsey. It's currently 10:20 p.m. here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Central Time. Oh my gosh, you know what? I completely forgot that I had this decaf espresso here that I made earlier. Oh no. Todd Long, Coffee. Mom says, I'm doing great. Thanks to the most incredible medical staff. So grateful. Thanks for asking. Coffee. Noise. Mofo. Yep. Jacqueline Wallace. Austin Ricky. Thank you so much. Dr. James. Dr. James Skylark. Kirby. Bears win. I'm happy for the Bears. Let's see, Harold Fisher, Greg Ackley, Reservoir Dogs, John Puntany, yes, we got Cornelius here. Avery Rich, how have you been? Good to see you. Harold Fisher, Guta Kowalski, Hessa Al Muter, Halloween theme. I like it. Yes, I love Halloween so much. All right, so let's do another trivia question. I feel like this live stream has gone real fast. It's already been almost 2.5 hours on here. Coffee, Randy Michael. The Bears win by 1 point. Wow. Okay. All right, so next trivia question is guess. Guess my favorite Quentin Tarantino film. All right, let's give you guys some options. There you go. Try and guess it. All right, coconuts, Guto. John says, I'm glad the surgery went well for my mom. Sean Charles Howell, half Maya, half Sade. Ramsey, hello. A start, food. Well, I had some popcorn. It's all gone now. But it was very good. Greg Ackley, never seen the original, but one of the newer It's was a little scary. I agree. Guto says, I hope you recover quickly. Jacqueline Wallace. Kirby, John. Kirby says, hello, Mama Health. Cute. Jeff Bialowitz says, Charlie Kirk will be remembered. Yes. Kirby, easy poll question. Randy Michael, Coffee, Guto. Never watched a Tarantino movie. Really? Wow. Oh my god, this show is wild. Whew. Let's see here. John says Reservoir Dogs always reminds me of the song Stuck in the Middle with You. Okay. I wonder why Reservoir Dogs was so short. Coffee says BRB. Brian Dean, hello. Noise Mofo. I'm not a fan, but there is one on the list I liked. I should turn this down. Brian Dean, Beamer Boy says hi. All right. Wow, Pulp Fiction has 50%. Let's see. Scam Bam Shoddy. Hello, Dr. James Skylark. I don't know who that is or what that is. Oh, Jamie Hubler won some money tonight. Great NFL action. Okay. Humble Bee. Let's see. Kirby says Django is a 10 out of 10 for me. Kill Bill was my childhood favorite, even though I didn't know what was going on. I have never seen the Kill Bill movies. Reaper, there's a Phantom Ghost Driver car in GTA and I didn't know. Man, it scared the F out of me. Benjamin. Happy. Hello. Brian Dean. John says awesome picks, Kirby. Mom says, shucks, go back to previous just a minute ago. Go back to previous just a minute ago. I'm not seeing it. Florence Fornias, Eaton Coleman, thank you. I was messing with it, turned into Ghost Rider and ran me over. Evil Toad, thank you so much. Benjamin, Michael, Randy Michael. Nope, I don't watch post game very often. Ty L, candy corn mug, yep, for Halloween. Just before Skylark. I scrolled up and I didn't see it. I think I got to it. Jose Cruz, Randy, we're watching Netflix. Keisha is in Nunavut. Wow. Anthony Kitzling, Benjamin, Eaton Coleman. Kirby says, I think Mama Health is saying a hidden word. Yep, exactly. Yeah, there are certain things, like certain words that and phrases that I've banned just because people have used them hatefully or inappropriately, and I think it got caught in a spam filter because your comment isn't showing up, Mom. John Trejo, congratulations on 11K. I know we crossed 11K. I think it was last week on Friday. Oh my God, this is so gross and creepy. Yes, we're now at 11K, which is very exciting, guys. Onward to 12K. Quentin Tarantino is an interesting director. 100%. Yes. Accurate statement. Yes, Hawk13, I do like WWE. Bluck, hello. Miss Hiri. Tyel, Netflix has tons of holiday movies. Ooh, does it? Okay, lots of holiday movies coming out. Bumpin', Eric Gonzalez, Jose is asking, Hannah, have you written any books? Not yet, but I'm working on writing a series of books. Florante Fornias, Adam Thornton, thank you. Ric Flair, be sure to vote in the poll, guys. Zaini Ansari, Kleb Moran, hello, thank you so much. Kleb, can you leave a comment in the chat just so I can get your username handle? I like to shout people out who give gifts. Moran, gift. Let's see, Private Rose, Fort Jackson, very cool. Club Moran, oh my gosh, you're verified, look at that. Wow, 379,000 subscribers. Good job, Kleb Moran. Woo! Love it. Private Rose, okay, you're in Fort Jackson. Very nice. Hope you're having a good night as well. Mike, Vince Vega from Pulp Fiction and Vic Vega from Reservoir Dogs are brothers. I did not know that. Marcus, thank you so much. Lithium KC, better be Reservoir Dogs. Too Evil to Hope is here. Hi, Hannah. I love the shirt. It goes with the bun real well. Hope you had a blessed Monday. Thank you so much. Yes, it was a lovely start to the week. Thank you. Florante, Julia Roberts lookalike. I've gotten Julia Roberts a few times. I personally don't see the resemblance just because I feel like she's very much like a white lady. Like, I'm half white, half black. I'm mixed complexion and I've never thought of having a resemblance to Julia Roberts, but I take it as a compliment. Club Moran, thank you so much. Andrew is saying, what are your thoughts about Michael Douglas? I've liked Michael Douglas in everything I've seen him in. What has he been up to lately? Michael Douglas. How old is he now? Wow, he's 81. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I think Michael Douglas is a cool guy. Super talented, super great career. Switchblade Sam was from Dennis the Menace. Leroy, I am 32. Jamie says Cindy Crawford. Jose Cruz Torres. Florante, Dr. James Skylark, respectfully. Mama saying hi to Kirby. Jamie, we can replay the movie, you and I, LOL. Lithium, KC8. Michael Douglas was insane in Falling Down. John says, speaking of actors, rest in peace, Diane Keaton. I know! Diane Keaton was so cool. Oh, I loved her style. I loved her attitude. Oh, man. I wonder, did they disclose her cause of death? Diane Keaton. Oh. She just seemed so full of life. Wow. Oh. She was born in Los Angeles, and that's also where she passed away. Oh, wait, she just had her birthday. Wait, no, hold on, sorry. I'm reading her death date, not her birth date. Let's see. Yeah, did they give a cause of death for her? Diane Keaton. Oh, she seemed like the coolest person. And she won an Oscar too. I don't think I knew that about Diane Keaton. Yeah, let's look this up. Diane Keaton, cause of death. I think she had some health issues. Let's see. I don't know. Carmen Jackson, welcome to the channel. Susmita, Haley Ross, you have a birthday coming up at the end of this month. I have you down as October 29th. So a couple weeks until your birthday. Amen. I haven't closed the poll just yet. Andrew says, cool. Jamie, Pretty Woman, remake You and I. Steep Grady, hello. Kirby says, amen, that's what I picked. Multotube, they always go in threes. Robert Redford, Jane Goodall, Diane Keaton. Exalted Born. I don't know. Mom is saying medication's kicking in. Will depart so I don't say something embarrassing. Sounds good, Mom. Have a great rest. And I was very glad that your surgery went well today. Amen. Surprised Hannah has seen any Tarantino movies. Yes, I've seen a few. Kirby, Mama Health, I know. Time for Mom to go to sleep. Lisa, Jamie, the movie Hannah, yes, I saw the movie Hannah with Saoirse Ronan, if you're asking. Chris Cole, thank you. Haley says live stream on October 29th. I will be live streaming that day because it's a Wednesday and Wednesdays are in my usual schedule. All right, I'm gonna close this poll question because I've been on here for like 2.5 hours and I wanna let you guys know what the right answer is. Andrew, I've never seen the Kill Bill movies, ever. Ruby plays. Okay, second poll question of the night. Guess my favorite Quentin Tarantino film. 43% of you guessed Pulp Fiction. I've actually never seen Pulp Fiction, as far as I remember, so it's not Pulp Fiction. 25% guessed Reservoir Dogs. It's not Reservoir Dogs. I did not like that movie. 17% guessed Django. I should have said Django Unchained because that's the full title. That one is a close second, but my all-time favorite Quentin Tarantino movie is Inglourious Basterds. I love that movie, and I actually have been meaning to rewatch it because it's gotten to the point where I can remember the characters and what the general premise of the movie is, but I can't remember the specific details of the plot and how all the characters interact and how it ends up I can remember like the ending, but all of the plot points I can't remember anymore. So it's Inglourious Basterds. Only 15% of you got it right. Respectfully, Eamon. Andrew has never watched Pulp Fiction. Chris Cole. Moon Pups. Leica. Hello. Multotube. 24 stream. Last day of November. Yep. Correct. I will be doing a 24-hour live stream, everybody. It's the last 2 days of November. It'll be the 29th and the 30th of November. So mark your calendars. It's Thanksgiving weekend. The movie Pretty Woman. I've seen the movie Pretty Woman. Panamax. It's not Pulp Fiction. Nope. I do not like Pulp Fiction, Kirby. Panamax. Chris Cole. Okay. Oh no, what happened here? No, another victim. Dang it. Let's see. Oop. Mike is here. Panamax. John. Whoa, Pulp Fiction is the one I guessed. Thought you would have seen it. No, I don't even, yeah, I don't think I've seen Pulp Fiction, and I don't remember liking Reservoir Dogs. Merca, Multotube. I don't see you enjoying Pulp Fiction, subject matter and drug use. Yeah, no. Stuff with like heavy drug use. Not for me. Yes, NC, Inglourious Basterds. That is the correct answer. Looking for my chapstick because my lips are a little chappy. I heard Pulp Fiction is a little too graphic. Yeah, if there's like just excessive violence, like super graphic, yeah, then it's not for me. Andrew, Nasrina, Adventure Life Nova. Eamon says we're getting a second bun drop. Jamie, we can do a remake. Adventure Life Nova, David Bio, Greg Ackley. Jackie Brown is a great Tarantino movie. Gabriela Duarte is here. Kirby, but it has Afro Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, I love Samuel L. Jackson. Panamax is asking tacos or hot dogs. I would go with tacos over hot dogs. Byram. Hello, Irma. Let's see, Endashima. Forget about Hollywood, just travel. Hardeep Singh, I'm doing good. How about you? Byram, Jamie, Pretty Woman remake. Victoria Delgado, thank you so much. I'm wearing these for the month of October. Michael King, all right. Brady Michael, keep on staying up late. You know, I think I am actually gonna call it a night. Cause I have work tomorrow and I'm actually feeling kind of sleepy. So let me put a reminder in the poll though. Oh no. Oh no, more victims. Shoot. Oh my gosh, oh my, whoa, Ed Gein just ran out of his barn with a chainsaw. Oh no, oh no. Oh guys, not good. All right, Nicholas says, pleased to see you. Byram says, Vancouver. Jamie, John, the dilemma with the Kill Bill series volume 2 was better. Interesting. Okay. Jamie, yes. Good night, everyone. Evan 21. Where are you now in the Netflix show? I think I'm episode 4. He just got together with the older lady. Jamie, good night, everyone. Hardeep, I'm fine. I like the pumpkin earrings. Good night, everyone. Yes. Greg Ackley, this is the most civilized and respectful live chat community I've ever seen. Props to everyone. Thanks, Greg. I love my mods. I have shadow banned over 1,000 words and phrases, just taking notes on what people say that are inappropriate and uncalled for and hateful. Yeah, and the community is amazing. Like the people who come and chat. I look forward to these lives because the people are awesome. Good night, NC and Jamie. Moldotube, yeah, that's one of the fictions. He never used a chainsaw, just a visual for the show to tie him to the Texas Chainsaw. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, knowing nothing about Ed Gein, I have no way of knowing what is fact and what is fiction with this Netflix show. NC says goodnight to Kirby. Goodnight, Moltotube. Coconuts, hello and goodbye. Kirby, good night, John. Greg Ackley. All right, and a reminder to everybody that my next live stream is this Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, USA. Come on back and chat some more. Jamie says goodnight to everybody, girls. I wanted to say also thank you to, we had John Puntany, my sister was also here earlier. The two of them are mods. I don't think there were any additional mods that came through tonight. So thank you to those two mods that were here. Thank you for everybody for leaving comments and for subscribing if you're new. And thank you to Kirby for the super chat, and to Reaper, Austin Ricky, and Kleb Moran for sending the gifts. Thank you guys so much. And members, thank you as well to you. Thank you so much for being a member of this channel. That's it for tonight, guys. Great conversation. I'd love to stay and chat some more, but oh yeah, it's Columbus Day / Indigenous Peoples Day. Good to see you, Martello Modifies, by the way. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you. Bye, Kirby. Bye, Jecke. Bye, Jamie. You're welcome, Jecke. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I will chat with you in 2 nights on Wednesday night this week. So have a great couple of days, and we'll chat again.